NNPC said there's enough product, which is also another conversation we'll get into. Why the NNPC would also still be the one to say there's enough product when they have said it's now a private company and everybody can get the product. Licenses were issued to some people who can import. So that's also another thing to explain. But what is the reality when they say there's product, they only had a bit of distribution issues, but we are fine?
In fact, the reality and inequality of playing ground for the industry, there is no level playing ground, is focusing on us. If we look at it and bring this reality to one, there is no clear sincerity in the industry. It is obvious that today, like you are saying or you have seen, most filling stations are selling differently because their procurement system came differently. We're not talking of price here, and we're not talking of availability. Those are the second things we are going to discuss. The procurement system and procurement logistics came differently and come differently.
What do you mean?
Everything is playing on the supply of petroleum, of PMS. And it's not only PMS, I want to say petroleum products.
If the government says NNPC, do your business yourself, if NNPC is a business, an entity privately run now, then why doesn't the government, if it chooses to give NNPC foreign exchange, give other businesses foreign exchange as well?
You know there is scarcity of foreign exchange. It's not even going around. So they have their reasons, but to my own knowledge, we are talking as Petroleum Product Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria. So we'll talk up to the window where we are saying what happens behind the window, which we may not be seeing very clearly. We may not be able to talk about it. But between the extent where we see, we are aware that an NPC Limited is giving forests in an advantageous situation more than maybe one or two other persons that is supposed to import. That means an NPC has the advantage of importing more than every other person. That is the summary of where I'm going. An NPC has the advantage of importing more than every other person. That means more people go to buy from an NPC because they have the advantage of importing more than every other person. That does not mean that one or two other persons may not be importing. And if they import, their price will not be the same thing with the price of an NPC.
Because of the sources for foreign exchange.
So if the man that is selling at Ada George bought his product from an NPC Limited, maybe he paid for that product 3 months behind, and he happens to load it today, he will definitely sell a little bit cheaper than the man who bought from the other man whose landing cost was high.
How many people, aside the NNPC now, have access to foreign exchange to import?
Well, to our own knowledge, I know that there are about 6, 7, or 8 other persons. But do they you are talking of
how consistent? Yes,
how consistent is the question? It's only when they get forests they can import.
So of late, in most recent times,
most of them will not get forests, and you don't even know when they will get and how they will get. It's only when you see them have product in their tank farm that means they have been able to get forest and they have brought product, and the price they will sell will definitely not be the same thing an NPC will sell. And then even that price they will sell, let me tell you one thing, people will prefer to go and pay to them, retailers like us, you prefer to go and pay to them at that high price and carry within 24 hours you carry the product, or within 48 hours maximum, highest 72 hours you are sure you will carry the product, than going to pay cheap at an NPC Limited, or not definitely cheaper, but going to pay lower at an NPC Limited. And 3 months, the money that you take from bank is tied down there. You are paying interest, and the interest rate now is not anything less than 26%, 25%. So whether you load that product or you don't load that product, so long as you have taken money from the bank and you have paid for that product in an NPC Limited, they will start counting for you. So any day you load it, the bank will stand at your gate and be collecting their money. Until they finish collecting their money, you will not get anything to yourself. So sometimes by the time they finish collecting their money and collect their interest, you find out that you can't go back to the market. You find the station is shut down. And then when the station is shut down, people who don't understand will say they held product, all these filling station owners, they don't lock station. It's not true. The filling station owners are not holding any product, and the fact is clear. They are responding, or they play the economic indices is playing on them. So they will now maybe go to another bank and begin to explain, and maybe that takes some time before they will be able to go back to the market. So the filling station, the petroleum product retail outlet owners are going through severe stress in ensuring that we bring petrol to our filling stations. We are sincerely going through severe stress. These days, if you see any filling station that is open, it is not easy to sustain it open. That is why, as I speak to you now, if you want to buy filling station, if you hear me, just tell me now. There are a lot of persons who have put up their filling stations for sale because the running logistics can no longer make them take anything home.